Welcome back to our lesson of PHP. And in this lesson, I'm going to be showing you which one you want to download PHP for your device. Even though you have your server open, but obviously you're going to need PHP to be individual so that you can get the full functionality and the full ability of PHP and also the server to work with. Okay, so as this is a basic course of PHP and about like knowing how it works. So first off, you're gonna do is search for download PHP or php.net and then go over, let's say I'm gonna go over to home and show you this page again. So I'm gonna go over to PHP home or go back. When you download or like open up this server, which is going to be download.php, click on this Windows if you're using Windows. Okay, if you're using like another OS, then go for another OS such as Mac and all of those. Click on Windows download and you will see an interface like this will appear up, and then you will find that there are a couple of these options to download from here. What you're gonna do is try downloading the newest version of it, but if you want to use the older version, then find the most stable ones which are suggested on their website to be the safest or like old but stable ones. Okay, from here you can see that I have 8.2, but there is something that is written like non-thread safe, which does not make your thread work or the thread process to be safe. So from here I'm gonna do is make sure to download this one, which is thread safe, and also which is 64-bit. You can see x64 over here. So I'm gonna download it up with my zip. And then, after it downloads, what you're going to do is extract it to your C with PHP. So as I already have it downloaded on my desktop, you can see it over here, which is PHP. And what I'm going to do is extract it. So I'm going to do is extract files. And after I extract files, I'm going to do is cut this off. You can see. And then here I'm going to do is type in PHP if possible, because I don't want it to be like pasted in wherever it wants to be saved. So I'm going to do is type in PHP. Now, as it is saved, now I'm going to do is extract all of it. So I'm going to do is press on OK. Now you can see it has been extracted. And then what we're going to do is open up my C. So I'm going to do is go over to my PC, open up C. And I can see that this has opened up and also has my folder of PHP over here. Now, as I've opened it up, the next thing I'm going to do is go over that there are like a couple of files which you want to use. And you can see there's also php.ext and then all dev extra lib php. So if you already see it, then it is like almost done about how you want to use PHP and also about our website or our web browser, how you're going to work with it. But one thing is that you have to tell Windows where you can find PHP. So then what you're going to do is run the PHP and its functionality over here. So to do that, I'm going to do is go over here and type in environment. You can see edit the system environment, and you're going to see this option of environment variables. And then you want to type in the folder which you want to use it as PHP, or you want like Windows or your PC to recognize where you have your PHP. So I'm going to do is open up a new or edit. So I'm going to do is click on path. And when you select on path, I'm going to do is edit. And from here, as this is a system variable, so I'm going to do is type in over here. From here, I'm going to do is type in C and then colon and then slash. So I'm going to do is type in the slash where I could find it. So the next thing I'm going to do is click on it and then type in PHP. And as we're done, I'm going to do is going to be pressing on OK. So now you can see that it has been extracted and also selected. So I'm going to do is press on OK. And I'm going to do is press on OK. Press on OK. And then we're done. Then the next thing we're going to do is type in on search bar. And I'm going to do is open up my CMD again. And from here, I'm going to do is open it up. Okay, I'm going to open it up like the PHP and see if it is actually working. So I'm going to do is type in my command. It's going to be echo and then %. And then I'm going to do is going to be path. I'm going to do is % again. Hit on enter. You can see the file name, directory name, or the volume or the syntax is not like okay or like done. So keep in mind to like put in that space, which you can see from over here, that first time I didn't put in any space, thus it did not work. So echo space %path %, and then you will see that C and PHP has also been entered. Okay, so keep in mind what you're gonna do is like go over to environment, select this folder, and then make sure that Windows and also your PC recognizes this file as an admin and also as the code which you are trying to use. Okay, then the next thing we're gonna like see, and as we can see that this folder is available, then that means like it has been updated, and also the path variable. The next thing I'm gonna do is make sure PHP is working. So here I'm gonna do is type in PHP space hyphen and v. That's it. Hit on enter, and you can see that PHP and all of those versions and all of those, that means it is working and also like showing it. So the next thing we're gonna do is going to be opening up our content and also finding out our local host. And as we're done, what we're gonna do is open up CMD again. Let's type in CMD, open it up as an administrator. Here I'm gonna do is type in the command which I showed you in the first lesson, which is going to be PHP space and then this hyphen capital S, then type in local host and then colon 4000. Hit on enter. Now you can see that your server has started. The next thing I'm gonna do is copy this local host 4000, okay, which you can see from over here. Now after I copy that local host 4000, and if you are trying on this local host, which is going to be, you can see that PHP's the version, and also you can see if it's like working. So I'm gonna do is copy this, so as it is like working. So I'm gonna do is do not exit, okay, minimize it, and then I'm gonna do is go over to my file which I'm working on. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go over to this PC, go over to local C, and here I'm gonna do is find out users. And you can see that when I opened up CMD and put in my command of my local server or the local host, it is giving me the root, which is going to be users, then my PC. Then from here I'm going to do is go over to my PC, and then here I'm going to make up a folder. Let's say from here I'm going to do is make up a folder called www, which is going to be our website. And as I have my website right now, because this is going to be where my PHP is going to scan it up, now I'm going to do is copy up the PHP file and paste it over here, or you can make it over here too. So I'm going to do is open it up a text editor. So I'm gonna do is open up my, let's say I'm gonna go over to my website again. I'm gonna do is go over to local H or local C where I have it, and I'm gonna do is type in or find out my folder where I have it. I'm gonna go over to WAMP first, and I'm gonna go over to www index. I'm gonna do is Control C. Let's say I'm gonna do is Control C. I'm gonna go over to C again. I'm gonna go over to users, my PC, go to www and paste it over here. And I'm gonna do is paste up your file. So if you want to make up your file, then you have to obviously keep it like .php. Now let's see if it still works. I'm gonna open up your server if it's still working. Make sure this is like this. I'm gonna go over to my website. You can see, find out your file. Here I'm going to do is type in www, which is your folder. Now you can see when I typed in www, PHP scanned your PC and your user, and then you can see that it has opened up right over here, because that is how it actually works. Okay, so now you know how we opened up our first PHP file. Make sure to follow those steps, and you might feel like it's a bit of complex because you already have your server running, then you also have your CMD running. So you can use both methods. If you want to use WAMP, all of those software, WAMP, XAMPP, LAMP, and all of those, you can keep it on. Make sure to get your server, make sure to get your, let's say, the number of your local host, and then put in the directory, which is going to be first off www, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to go over to my folder again first. So I'm going to go over to my folder. You can see I have www over here, which is going to be users, PC, my PC, where you have it. And how are you going to find it? type in the code, which is going to be php as localhost. It's going to give you the server, or it's already showing you that C users my PC. Thus, make sure to go over to users my PC wherever you have it, wherever you have your directory. From here, open up a folder, let's say www. Then if you are pressing www, then type in www over here. If you are naming something else, then name it something else, the folder name, and then type in the name of your directory or the file which you are using, which is going to be index.php. So thank you for watching this video of how you'll be able to open up your first PHP folder or first PHP file.